a shop on the edge of town. Bottles bubbling, shades of brown. With a wink, he'll sell you dreams. Potion man's got magic schemes. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Behind the counter his cauldron steams. A dash of hope, a pinch of dreams. He hums a tune as he brews the night, turning darkness into light. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. He'll fix your luck with a crimson brew, or sell a scroll to make skies blue. In his hands the world takes form, a potion to weather any storm. Late at night when the shop is dim, he whispers secrets to the wind. Potion man with his careful art, brewing wonder straight from the heart. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Hey, hey.
So just let me know that you're here if you are here.
Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting, guys, on Ironshield. What do you think of that? It's a one-time thing. I'm not going to make that a theme song all the time. I like my other song better, but that one's hilarious. So I just thought I just wanted to show it off. Again, you know, our friend Jethros of the channel, he's the one that made that song with prompts with an AI thing. It's amazing how it can take the voice singers and like put it together. It's a real simple song. It's just 154 music theory, but it's super entertaining. And he made it for a D&D session, and there's like this little potion guy on the end of town, and it's hilarious, and he showed all of us and we were laughing our heads off, and I just had to share it with you guys. Also, since it was made like that, it should have no copyright issues, which is great because it's our song. So thanks to him for letting me use it for fun. But it's such a fun song. I just thought it was really good. So all of our scholars out there who are crafters here in LOTRO or lore masters, the song's for you guys. It's a very reasonable price, exactly. All right. I'm here. I'm officially ready. Oh man. Look at my HP. Yeah, so Daniel, I sat for like 2 hours hemming and hawing over the 3 options for the tank. And I know people all pick different ones. And after I looked at all my I mathed it all out, all the gear later, if I had every single piece of gear and stuff, I'm like, I can't. 3% incoming healing and health is just too good with all my other things that heal me with HP, since I'm maxed out. And the fact that I could pop a 10% scroll of defense whenever just makes the 1%
This is
not worth
a
it.
ready check to start. Zollin, I'm listening to you. I'm just trying
I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
I'm happy with my
everybody's ready,
choice.
so we're following you.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, people normally pick
The 1% mitts buff. Yeah.
The
I saw another guard the other day. He had the 2% reduction in tactical and incoming range, not melee, which was interesting. Yeah, he was a full rated out guy. So, but I know that most people do the mitts, but I was like, I don't know, 1% mitts when I could just pop 10% with a scroll at any time. I felt like the incoming healing is a harder stat for me to get later, and the max health. I'm just hitting them through the door. Oh, my frames! I can't get that Potion Man song out of my head. Potion Man with his reasonable prices. I like it, it's a good song. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. Tell me if the sounds are too crazy in any way.
Guys, I'm definitely on the learning phase, still on my mini, although I studied it a lot. So if you see our anthems, our DPS anthems are down. It is fine if you let me know.
Yeah, man, I love that 10% aggro buff. Whew. It makes a world of difference.
It is something that every mini has at the top. Keep track of your anthems.
Yeah. Also, if you guys keep practicing with your aggro dump, that helps me a lot with whatever abilities you have that like reduce threat or whatever.
Thrash.
I'm blind, so if you're getting hit, tell me. But I think I got them all. Good corruption removals, guys. They're going away so fast.
We have 3 cams.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, your anthems are down, Daniel.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm at 420,000
I just refreshed
HP.
them. I must have missed something.
I love it. All right, guys, everybody good? I'm just gonna start.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
You will not go further. My haste will feast upon your foes.
Yeah, I think something to keep track of them definitely would help. I definitely refreshed it, but I probably used Piercing Cry and just cut it off.
Oh, like it off too quickly.
Yeah.
I can imagine that,
You guys are doing a great job. I love the damage. I think you might have got hit by the frontal AoE there, Beth, from the boss. Yeah, no worries. It happens.
So I normally call for Oathies, but I know that y'all know when to use it, so just go for it.
So, Daniel, one thing about Anthem as a red mini is that the solo buff that you get out of Anthem of War in particular is incredibly valuable to you because it's like a big buff to your crit on your coda.
Since you guys are watching me in the stream, I'm gonna talk. They can't hear me. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing. So there's a few things I'm rotating through as I solo tank this. I'm trying to occasionally single force taunt
Yeah, you're doing good.
the ones we're on. So whenever damage they do, I take it. I always want Bastion of Light up. I always want to have Guardian's Ward on. I want to always have in this fight my stacks up. I do not want to catch out my stacks with Shield Taunt or with Litany of Defense. You do not want to do that in this fight if you're solo tanking, because you already lose tons of mitigations in this fight. Because there's, like, for right now, I have 40% reduced armor right now. So if I lose my 10% buff on top of that from my other things, it's going to be really hard for my healers to keep me alive. So I want to keep those up. And so mainly, again, the reason I always have Bastion of Light on is it makes them all have a 7% chance to miss. 7.5 to be exact. I'm also using my shield abilities because they hold pretty good aggro, and I'm always spamming Vexing Blow. Constantly spam Vexing Blow. It is your highest threat ability that isn't a force taunt. Also, the next one that's good is War Chant. It builds up threat. War Chant also resets your block cooldowns if needed. Occasionally I'll throw out Force Taunt at this point challenge, but I don't need to really worry about it in this fight. I always hang on to my Catch a Breath in this fight. This is not the same for every fight, but I always hang on to it. If I get below half health, I'll use it to help out my healers. They're having zero problem keeping me up. They're really good healers. But that's kind of what I think as a player. If I drop to where I'm like 40% health and I don't have to Catch a Breath up, maybe a good time to pop your Warrior's Heart just in case. Because it would kind of stink to die in this fight and then lose 2 or 3 people if you're the single tank. Tier 1 is not that hard. Oh, now that I have really good gear to tank it. But it's still really important to keep in mind that if you wipe, they will still start one-shotting people if you die as a tank. So if you're the only tank and there's not another tank to grab aggro for you. If we did this tier 2, you'd have to have 2 tanks. You'd have to have one tank do the two animals and the other would do the boss because of the damage thing. But since I'm gonna go ahead and use Warrior's Heart. I don't like how low I'm getting there. All right, it looks like Mr. Wolf is taking a nap there. I see.
As long as it's not Mr. Hammer.
Yeah. I have a good friend at my church. His last name is Bear, so he's Mr. Bear. And no, he does not have a Bjorning. You guys did a great job with heals. This fight, my physical mitts, even with my stacks, gets down to 136. 136% is what I mean. Because of his 40% reduction.
All right, great job, guys.
Sweet.
Oh, I like
Well
those. Oh, break. Do we get any good loot?
We can keep going.
You good, Glenn? I heard wait.
Yep.
All right, sweet. Here we go. Also, War Chant builds up threat slightly. It doesn't really say it in the tooltip, but I know that it does help build up threat, so just keep that in mind too if you're tanking. If you guys have questions, I'd be happy to answer. Rock'em Kinship, thank you so much, Duck. Appreciate it. We'll do our best. So in this particular fight, if I get my stacks built up enough, I would just trigger my... That's good damage. That's really good damage, you guys. That's awesome. Good job. you know, I forgot my rotation telling you, occasionally you're going to want to toss in your redirect ability on a boss, especially the one hitting you the hardest. I believe the boss hits the hardest out of those 3 with the animals. I don't think the other animals. The lion might hit harder. I'm not entirely sure. So you want to toss in the person doing the most damage to you. Not only does it help you keep aggro because you reflect damage back at them, it also makes you take 35% less damage, which is real good when your mitts are getting destroyed by a debuff. So keep that in mind. It only lasts for 10 seconds. In fact, let me bring the tooltip back over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I have good aggro, I'm not worried about it. Oh, there you go. That's redirect right there. Well, I was doing good there with no lag, and then I started getting a lot of frame loss. But, you know, that's going to happen when there's this many numbers going up on the screen. Now, I like to see all the numbers. You don't have to see all these numbers floating like this. And you don't even have to have floating names on with N unless you need to see the inductions, which then you do have to have it on. So when I'm doing a boss fight, I'm going to have to have floating names on. I would love it if Standing Suns would update that. I would love that so much if they would just update that. Gonna give them a damage buff and reduce my defenses. Break ranks, help them kill these faster.
Looks like I'm getting a nice back scratch there.
Daniel, can you say something about melee range with these mobs?
Yeah. So, guys, if you look at some of these mobs, they get buffs on top of buffs on top of buffs. Right now, this one has like 10, 12, 15 buffs on it for outgoing damage. And that's because we have so many people that are right on top of it. So if you are melee, what you want to do is you want to practice getting to max melee range. Get just close enough to hit them. And then they won't get that buff because they get 1 buff per person.
Yep.
The tank has to be that close. Nobody else does.
Yep. And the other reason it looks like we were okay is because our healers are awesome. It wasn't. They're definitely.
Does it affect their defenses or our outgoing damage?
The defenses are from the other dead ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to kill the dead ones first. Or the other enemies, what you call it.
Yeah, some of the enemies, they give each other shields, and there's only so much you can do with one tank because we can't really separate them.
Yeah.
But it's tier 1, so that's okay. But the one you can look at and see is the outgoing damage. That's the buff that we're really giving them.
Which could be really, really scary on higher tiers, which is good to practice.
Well, even on this one, if you've got 10 people hitting you, you know,
Yeah.
The reason John probably noticed it is because he was probably having to do a lot of healing. Because there was 10 guys hitting you and they all had like times 2.5 damage.
Yeah, yeah. True. Sadly, I can't split them up. I'm not a ventriloquist tank, you know? I try.
No, I just like to hear your voice.
So right now, look at the Crypt Champion. Do you see how many 1.1 outgoing damages he has on him?
Yeah, the power of the living. Hence us, the living.
Yeah, so we're the living. So you want to get it max, and you'll see, did you see them all just fall off? So that's a really good job.
Yeah.
They all just fell off.
And that's usually why we kill the littler adds with AoE as we go, because as the little AoEs, they lose their defense buffs as they die. Too. Those guardian ones are still great to kill because they're annoying. So those guys just keep doing heart seekers if you're not near them? Is that how that works? Because they're like aggroed on me, but they're just shooting you guys like crazy.
Do not know. So the ones that are blue, if you look, it's hard to get rid of those. But the ones that are flashing, I don't know what I want to call that, but it's called
like
Power of the Living.
Goldish ring hand thing. Yeah, it's like fiery orange, huh? I don't even know. Cool dwarves walk away from explosions. Alright, we all here? Here we go. So if you guys notice, I wait to use my force challenge until I see a lot of damage go down on a lot of the mobs. And then I try to drop a, I try to drop my force taunt after they get hit really hard by like a lightning strike or just a bunch of damage, and I notice they've all dropped like, you know, 500,000 million health. That's when I drop my force taunt into the fray. My challenge, as it's called on the Guardian. Whatever your AoE force taunt is, this could be different if you're on a captain or if you're on a warden, right? They're different names, but it's your force taunt. And then occasionally I just throw it out during the fight, just make sure I'm stealing the damage aggro from everybody else. And if you're a DPS, you can be trying to do your ones that say reduce your threat. That helps the tank keep aggro. So.
Nice, nice. You see it had a bunch of buffs on there, now it doesn't.
Well, I'm just putting my tune inside of John's tune. I figured if he's got it right, I've got it right.
Yeah, a bunch of them came back right now. See, he moves around a little bit, and it does take a second for them to fall off once they get on.
Nice. Yeah, good range. I love it. You guys are all nice and far. Yeah, I like that armor a lot, Beals. It looks really cool.
Beals is just cool. He's a cool kid.
He's the cool kid. Gets all the loot.
He does.
Okay, make sure to get in. I know everybody's done this fight before, so you can go ahead, Zollin.
All right, I'm just going to put some shield specs on real quick and ready. Here we go.
Remember, everybody, in case you forgot, we are on K. Everybody's on K.
Okay.
And remember, we want Oathies during his little phase where he's doing his tornado thing.
Which is right now. I'm going to give you guys a buff as well. I'm going to give you guys 30% damage on top of that.
There's plenty of room on the side, so you can hit him without being in the puddle, guys.
Okay, CTG coming.
Are we? All right.
Enjoy.
And we'll have another CTG, so we probably should just use it on cooldown.
Tell me when, so I can click my thingy.
Yeah. Once we get into like a rhythm of it, we could use on cooldown.
True, true.
Remember, it should be soon that we're gonna move.
Yep. I'm ready to back up. My goal is to hold all the ads. It's quite challenging. Get out of the middle. Try to position where you're not getting hit by any AoE from the boss if you can. I won't move very much, so it's easy for you guys to figure that out.
Red line.
So my goal in this fight, you guys, is to keep casting Bastion of Light and War Chant as often as I can to try to make sure I'm keeping the ones ranged shooting me. And then if ads come up, I'm waiting to hold on to force taunts to grab them all. So that is my goal here, so. I don't like to sacrifice my bolster stacks in this fight because since I'm solo tanking, again, the goal is to not die, obviously. So I like to keep up my defenses because it's tempting sometimes to want to just drop your stuff. But like, here's how much ads. So I'm going to cast War Chant straight into Vexing Blow, and my taunt's almost up, but I don't want to use it yet. If I see any of the ads run away from the boss, then I'm going to cast my Force Taunts. But since I see no ads hitting my friend, there's one running away. See that one run away? I'm going to cast my AoE Force Taunt, bring him back. So that's the thought pattern as a tank. All right. So now that I've got this fight down pretty good, I feel like
out of the middle.
I feel comfortable to explain it as I play. See that Lightning Strike? Lightning Strike is always the key time that you can throw some aggro abilities like Vexing Blow, Warp Taunt, or even do your Force Taunts. But we're doing pretty good here. Now that there's no ads for a little while, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 30% damage buff. All right, I gave you guys a 30% damage buff.
Do we need another CTG? Did we use these at some point?
Oath breakers.
Okay, everybody use your cooldowns. I'll CTG in a minute.
So another thing you can do if you do want to give everyone a 30% damage buff and lose your 10% mitigations, you can just do your Guardian's Pledge or your Warrior's Heart during that time.
CTG.
That's a good way to make sure. Don't forget you're also doing other things as well. All right, so I'm going to group taunt this. I'm going to put on my thing. I think I missed the CTG because I wasn't focusing, but we're about done anyway. So again, my goal is to make sure I do not let any ads fall onto my allies. And there's a lot of ads here. So now my goal is I throw in occasionally a sweeping cut if everything else is on cooldown. But Whirling Retaliation is also a good one to hit everything to keep your aggro. But really, you only want to be spamming your Bastion of Light, your War Taunt, your Challenge, things like that. Mainly because, and otherwise you want to be stacking in between, doing your redirects, keeping an eye on your health, making sure there's no ads going to your other allies, so you keep an eye out on everybody around you. This is what makes the fight of the fourth boss hard, because it's hard to see what's going on.
All right, great job, guys.
We'll get there when we get there.
Very nice.
Yes, very good job, guys. Wonderful job. I was over here explaining my process of tanking to the stream as I I feel confident enough now.
Buy that ring from you.
We can go ahead and exit, and then we can do any sort of trading.
Yeah. Can I take a couple minutes?
Yeah. Can you just make sure you exit? That's all.
Yeah.
Yep. Just leave the instance and we can take a break. Oh, the red eye ring.
What did we get? Rick, I heard you say something, but I lost it.
There's a few red eye rings.
That ring you got is the second piece I need for the earring I just got on my hunter.
Oh,
did I get the big one?
You did. You got Uki's Warrior's Ring.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. What a pull.
Ooh.
Look at that. Look at this ring. Look. Show the stream. Look, cool. Look at those stats on the thing. That's crazy. Dang, that's awesome. Wow. Two in a row, Rick.
Awesome, thank you.
The same 2 days. That's crazy, guys. We got 2 of them in a row.
Yeah, these jewelry sets, if we just keep getting them, they're so good.
Oh yeah, I can. Oh my gosh, Rick's damage is about to just spike. He's gonna have so much more damage from that.
You got a signet, Zollin.
Did I get a signet? Oh, which one? Oh my gosh, I did? I didn't even see.
Necromancer.
I think that's the one I needed.
BRB.
Okay. Everybody, we have a couple of people gone, so if you need a quick bio, feel free to go ahead, and we will not start until you get back.
Thank you for pointing it out, guys. Let me go. I'm going to look real quick. Just for waiting.
I got a Vivid. I'm always happy to get a Vivid Essence.
Nice. My gosh, that's one. I need the signet from the 5th boss, but that one I think I needed too.
The more characters you're trying to build, the more signets you need that you may not even realize that you need right now.
Okay, so that one is for the Necromancer. That one gives me the Earring of the Necromancer, which I did get on my... That was for my Lore Master. But...
Gally, that's a pretty good ring. I keep finding more and more uses for those types of rings.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to have it.
I feel like
yeah, for your tank, right? For your blue brawler? Or for this character.
I'll find use for one of them.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh my gosh, you guys. That was the one I needed to get my raid helmets. Gold.
Nice.
That, I can upgrade it right now. Sweet.
So that chest was really good to us.
Yes, it was. That is so exciting.
Oh, John got the same ring.
This one,
the
guys.
red eye ring. Those red eye rings are pretty common drops. They're very good. I keep trying to get some more for Rat.
That's what I can upgrade right now. So I'm going to do that real quick.
Warrior's ring. Man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's the really rare piece.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain.
It sure is.
It's up there with the bracelet of the Flame Hunger we got the other day.
Yeah, it's like super rare.
Yeah, any of the set bonus pieces are... I'm looking it up right now, hang on.
There's like one of them that's more rare than the other one. I'm pretty sure the Warrior's ring
Thanks,
is the one that's very
What's up,
rare.
Kevin? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hello over there on Twitch. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Tornado,
I feel like it took us a long time to kill that boss. That worries me a little bit for boss 4.
Yeah.
But it's okay
we
now.
Also took a really long time to kill the first boss.
Question: if I turn in the helmet, it probably destroys my essence, right? You trade it in.
Yeah, I would think
it does it, so I need to take them off. Okay,
I think, well, if it works like the Allegiance ring, you can only trade it in if there's no essences slotted to it.
It's saying I can, so I don't want to risk it because they're vivid essences, so I'll take them off.
So it looks like out of the rare things that drop on that boss, on tier 1, they're all about 7% chance to drop.
Wow. Wow, we've gotten really lucky then the last 2 days with some of the stuff we got.
That's the, what is it, the Earring of the Necromancer.
I'm just going to unslot for
that crystal ring for tanks.
All right, guys, live on the thing. Here we go. So I got the Necromancer signet. That'll allow me to get this helmet, which is the right one. It has the right ability on it. Just making sure. Oh my gosh, and barter. You guys, I have it. It's my precious. It's very exciting. Gosh, man, that helmet's insane.
Very nice.
I need to put it on and actually see, do I need those essences? I'm going to make sure it's locked because, okay, you can't sell it. Thank goodness. Okay, good.
I need the signet from the last boss to do the same thing.
Boom. Oh, dude, it's a cool looking helmet. What? It's got like a cool little, like a crown.
I'm going to do a ready check. This is not a ready check to go. It's just to see if everybody's back.
Oh, you know what? Actually, since I just upgraded that, I realized that gave me a bunch more tack met. So I don't think... How much more did it give me? 3,000
Okay, everybody
more.
is back. Is there anybody... I know I said it wasn't a ready check to go. Is there anybody who's not ready to go?
I'm ready.
Food's getting low.
Food's getting low. We gotta... Did you not get the table?
The half hour on food. Oh, no, hour and a half and half hour on the buffs.
Are you guys in the instance by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put it on there for now.
Okay, I missed it.
I'm going to be way over Captain Tackmet by... That's okay. I'll just do that for now.
You should have the little pop-up to get in.
I'm so excited! That's so exciting, you guys. I've been wanting... Like, I was so happy to get... That is like the first piece of, well, actually technically I got this the other day too, which was super exciting.
On it.
So I have my first finally
So
2 gold pieces of raid gear. Technically most of this gear is like from raids, raid gear, blue. But there's only a few pieces that are gold. A few pieces of jewelry and a few pieces
Anybody
of
else
armor.
who's not in here? Let's wait and make sure for Beth to load.
I am not in yet. Hold on, let me teleport in there.
Okay.
I'm stoked. That was such a good chest. Rick got his and I got my helmet. Oh my gosh. That was the signet I needed. Now if I get the other, if I get the signet of the Sea Shadow, the 5th one, then I can get the opal earring and I will be a monster.
We can go ahead and go Zollin when you're ready.
All right. Got a little bit more HP now too because of that. Look at me. Hitting 400,000.
If it's a fight you want.
The ads all on me. I think I got them all, right? Yep, we're good. Alright, so why don't we bring these last 3 with us and just go take this next group. We can make this even faster! Launching me. Yeah, I'm so excited, you guys. I feel like I'm feeling these buffs, by the way. I'm feeling a lot stronger now. Like as a tank in general. Like, so right now I'm at 400,000 health. My mitt is 70, almost 77% and 76% for tactical. With all my with our raid buffs. So, oh wow, it's actually, I'm 191, so I'm actually at 76% of both. 77 and 76. So that's my mitts. And that's not even, I didn't even pop a 10% damage reduction. I might want to pop that for the one boss, we'll see.
All right, let's make sure we get everybody in the door before we start.
Trespassers. Skin and bones they are. Not worth cooking. Barely worth fighting.
Oh, you know what? I might have popped one. Because I think 77 is a little high. Did I pop one? No, I don't think I did.
Spoiling my fun.
Okay, I did not.
These whelps, brother. Oh yes, they'll be my entertainment for the day.
No, you're our entertainment for the day. You got it backwards.
Small minds. Next victim. Let the fire spread.
All right, in this fight, I don't really like to move around. You got to be removing your bleeds all the time. You need to be casting an occasional force taunt to get the blood guy to come over, because he'll just run around otherwise like crazy man. So I like to make sure you're doing the same thing. This fight is very similar to the other fight. If the second boss, this is the 4th boss. Right? Wait, no. Which boss were you on here? I don't even remember. This is the 3rd boss, right? Yeah, 3rd boss. So the second boss, they're similar because I want to try to hold as many ads as I can. So
did we out these?
I just kind of
I did. I bodied him.
Here, I'll give you guys 30% damage.
Oh yeah, I see that it's on there.
Ran right out of the puddle and right into your sword. Thank you.
Gotta be careful for those puddles when you let the fire spread.
Yep. That's what happened. I went out of the puddle and got right into his cleave.
One of the reasons I like to tank on top of things is because I can watch the whole battlefield better. And know what, if anyone's getting chased by ads. Alright, so at this point, I run around the room, make sure I have aggro on other things.
I got things on me.
I do. Looks like I have aggro on everything, including the archers. So now there's going to be more people that are going to come out, and my goal is to hold all the other ones. All right. Their goal is to heal Legolas up as fast as they can, so I try to tank within the healies that these elves put down. That's my goal. So they should put them down. They haven't yet, but. Oh.
My brother.
Sorry about that. I froze for about 4 seconds. I don't know what happened. I couldn't see anything. Should have aggro on everything now. Alright, so this boss. Oh, good healing. He's immune, so you just have to hold him until your healers finish healing Legolas and the fight's over. It's kind of a fun fight. I like this fight a lot. Legolas just bops him across the room. Alright, good luck. Let's see if we can continue this super luck. 10 bangles, guys. I want to see 10 bangles in this box.
We must pursue Arzagoth, and more danger awaits us both, I'm sure. We will continue on the western path.
Guys, I got a bangle.
Oh, it's 2 of them. Charlie got one too.
So did I.
Oh, look, 10. Count up to 10. I'm just kidding. If anyone wants it, let me know. It's yours. All right, let's move on. All right, you guys ready? Mainly, Glenn just don't run off without my healer. All right.
Yeah.
That's the... You know, I say you guys, and I mainly just mean I don't want to leave my healer behind. Well, and Rick. I'm sorry, Rick. You're healing too. All my healers is going to be by that. Just don't want to make you guys like,
Sorry,
oh no.
I was just going to forget to heal you, that's all.
Alright, I don't know. I got that guy. I'm sorry about the slasher. If I have an aggro, I'll get him, but you know, he likes to do his own thing. Alright, this is the spot where I always get turned around. It's this way, not that way.
Zollin, you turned the right way.
Yes, I know. That's why I was just saying.
That's a kinship first.
Yes, I did it. I did it, guys.
We should take a screenshot.
I recorded in 4K.
For posterity. you could put it in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I caught it in 4K, guys. Technically, it's 2K.
Oh.
This game doesn't stream too good in 4K. Not yet. The game looks nice, but the UI can't handle it. Also, it's like irrelevant. It doesn't really make a big difference visually. Alright, we'll beat up these guys right here when they come around the corner. See if I can get them to come around this corner. Come over here, guys.
Meanwhile, I gotta shout out that John is such a good player that he's been playing this entire raid while not even at his keyboard.
That's impressive.
I know, right?
That is impressive.
John, are you putting me on follow again?
As long as it's not that one person.
That's how all the pros play.
Right. There you
It's
go.
the real truth of how you got killed by that rising pressure the one time.
Yes, it was.
So many giant orcs.
That's how you end the battle.
Whee!
Now he speaks.
Exactly.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
It's the little things, isn't it, John?
See, he came back. He's not AFK anymore.
Game choice doesn't follow anymore.
Give it a few minutes, you know.
He was like down at the corner store and he got an IM. He got an IM from somebody. Hey, John, they noticed.
Gotta make sure they didn't kill him.
You're so quiet tonight, John.
Man, a few words.
Oh, he can have lots of words.
He just picks
Well, you
wins.
guys keep
to
saying
use
shut up and heal, so I'm just trying to
If you want John to say things, then you need to do stuff like stand in front of the boss as a DPS.
Stand in puddles. Usually I hear, you're too far away. I can't heal you. So, just to show you I'm right, I'm going to explode this bubble on your head.
And smash! Alright guys, break ranks! Maybe we should just call it bricks. That's, throw bricks.
Don't take it on.
I
don't like you.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just gonna get smashed against these boxes over and over for the next 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll just watch it.
They've been tripped. know, guys. He's aiming for the heart. Valentine's card is coming.
That poor cat says, I want to go outside. The mother says, no, don't.
Meow, meow. Open the door, runs back in 5 seconds later. Why'd you let me go out there?
I think that.
But the best part is when you open the door for them and they see that it's bad outside and they decide they don't want to go, and then 10 minutes later they forget and they want to try again.
Yeah.
They're like, maybe it's better now.
Yes.
What about the window? The window might be lying. Alright, he's dropping the super damage. I mean, if he can't hit me, he doesn't do the damage, but...
That's right. The pet's like, you guys have that one window, it shows all kinds of things that aren't there.
Yeah, exactly. There's always that dog running around.
What? No, he's walking away. Maybe he's decided he's rethought his life choices.
That's right.
Alright, so I'm debating if I should pop a 10% tome or not. I feel like I'm taking like no damage. You guys are healing so well, but I have really good gear now. I kind of want to try it just with our normal buffs.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
guys
more
okay
about
with that?
DPS than it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Oh man. I really wish it could not be me.
Oh yeah, doing the. Can Kren do
Okay.
it? Or is that? Oh, he can't do.
Okay.
He can't DBS then,
Okay,
but
I'm back.
you're just
It is
debuffing.
so muggy out there.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start it because you're the only person. As far as Oathies goes, okay, the Captain Oathies is stronger on a single target, so we are gonna use the Captain Oathies 3 times. So you'll use it at the beginning. I'll CTG, so we are gonna CTG early for those. You know, you guys can use your cooldowns, and then Shyla, if you could just let us know, you know, when you're gonna use Oathies again. Basically, we just want to use it again when we can, and then we'll CTG again pretty much right away. So just remember, every time we use Oathies, we're going to CTG real soon.
Okay.
So use all of your cooldowns. Is what I'm trying to say.
Got it. If you just call out with right when you're...
Bodhi's one of the ads, no?
Yes. I think that would work. I think that's a good idea. We did that in Corva. Beth, what he, you know what he means? So you could...
Yeah, if they're together in a group, Bodhi's will be wonderful.
Yeah, you want a Bodhi and ad that's just really close to the boss.
Gotcha.
Guys, remember, you get a 6 times damage buff as long as you stay alive.
Mm-hmm. So if we lose like 3 or 4 DPS, it's we'll have to probably reset.
Everybody put on your shiny crown. Don't we all look wonderful?
These guys have some pretty scary AoE too, so be careful. By the way, just so you guys know, if you're used to doing the positioning by the gate, you could still stand over there, like, and do the regular positioning.
If you're ranged.
If you're ranged, yeah, for sure.
Yes, that's right.
It's just gonna be hard for all of our champions.
If you're a champion, you could stand over there, but we would not be very happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where you want me to stand?
You chose a melee DPS. You're on hard mode, sir.
It does feel that way sometimes, doesn't
it? Oh no.
Yes, it does.
It's the curse of the linear fighters and quadratic wizards.
So let's focus.
Yep, here we go.
I feel like this is going to be kind of close. So let's focus, try to stay alive.
I can call out blood.
Okay, we are out these. Make sure you're using your big cooldowns. I'm gonna CTG in about 10 seconds.
What is that?
Blood, blood, blood.
CTG is out.
Whoa. How did you guys all pull aggro off me?
Loading ad.
Alright, we got new ads. I'm stunned. Alright, let me get aggro on these ads a little bit.
Blood is up, blood.
Blood. Healer's doing a great job.
5 seconds. Both breakers.
Blood, blood.
Blood, blood.
Alright, I will do my best to grab them. The lag is not helping me grab them, I can tell you that right now.
Okay,
I'm stunned for a moment.
Yep, please.
There you go.
Alright, I wasn't able to get it off because I was stunned, unfortunately. I couldn't get my words out in time. It's alright, though. You guys are doing great. Please tell me if there's an ad chasing you. I'm trying to look, but I think we're okay with aggro. Blood? Alright, I'm going to give you guys a 30% damage and go into my Guardian's Pledge here. Alright, we got some new ads. Blood.
Beth, if we can get Bodhies again at some point.
There's one ad next to him. I don't know how low he is, though.
25 seconds.
Okay.
I can give you guys another 30% damage right here in a second. Alright. There you go, 30% damage you guys just got. It's basically Oathies. Blood. Blood, blood, blood. Alright, commit it all, guys. 30 million. Let's get him.
Bring us on. We got this. We got
I can put Oathies on him. Or Bodhies. Bodhies going on the boss.
All right.
Never mind.
Great job.
Nice.
Hey,
that was
great
that was
job, everybody. Really
that was
great.
really
that was super
clean.
smooth.
Excellent
Wow.
work stepping that up.
That was
I'll be honest,
this
I was a little bit worried on the second after the second boss. Everybody did so great that time.
That was awesome, you guys.
Same thing. I was like, I think everybody just like stepped up to the plate.
Huntsman, somebody got a good ring for their hunter.
Oh,
Deals
congrats.
Jr.
Yeah.
Congrats. Yeah, guys,
Blaming Ruby necklace.
I'm really
that one is always really weird. Like you can use it if you don't have anything better.
There's this hallway. What's down there?
it loops us back to the start because that's where we came in.
We'll find out. I'm just gonna.
We came in there, so it's a big circle,
Hey guys,
basically.
how you doing?
That was nasty.
Oh my
that was your first
bears.
time, right? I think.
Yep.
Yes, finally.
Oh,
I've fought
nasty.
that boss
That's
a few
right.
times
This is
now.
your first time.
Nice.
Congratulations, man.
Well, we're glad you did a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you get something good?
Well,
Well, no, he's got wing 3 open now. Is what's important.
He did get the flaming
that is
ruby
what's
necklace,
important.
which is not terrible if you don't have something that's better. That's pretty good temporarily for your.
Kryn got a jet and a token.
Nice.
Nice.
And
nice.
I got a flaming
Oh, yeah, Veals. Nice earring.
ruby necklace.
So
Cool.
did Nasty.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Does anybody want the
Ooh,
Desert
excuse me.
Sage's robe before I chuck it into embers?
Can I? That was really smooth, you guys. Like, I never got to the point where I felt like I had to use a lot of my emergency skills, and you guys, healers, are doing a great job. The damage felt good. The timing on things. We didn't have ads really running around. I think I held them except for when I got stunned. That one kind of ran around, so I was stunned. So that was
That was
nice.
an hour here.
Really
1
nice.
hour.
Guys, we are about to jump into the third wing. I posted and Galad posted something. If more than one person wants it, we can roll on it. Desert Sage's robe and flaming ruby necklace.
That Desert Sage's robe is nice. That's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's what I got on my
it is a
room
good.
keeper.
It is a good healer's item.
Yeah, I think we did that in I think we had probably like 30 or 40 seconds to spare too, Daniel. So that was pretty
Yeah,
good, you guys.
you're streaming it, right?
Yeah, you should be able to see it later.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to go back on the stream and see what we had left.
We did both of those wings just now. I know they were a little slow with the DPS, it felt like, but we actually did all of that in under an hour, those first 2 wings.
Yeah,
So
and we took a little
that's-
break in there. It's not like
Yeah,
really
we did.
speedran it.
That was really good.
The fact that we solo tanked it means we had an extra DPS too. So if your DPS is a little slow,
Yes.
but you add a DPS, then
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, that's
And
pretty good.
I'm loving the
I need to get
Kren, the
quick
yellow berg debuff.
Okay.
Makes so
I
much
think
difference.
Guys, if you need 2 or 3 minute bio or drink or anything, go ahead and go do that, and then we'll finish it up.
You know, thinking about it, also I think that for that last, for the fourth boss there, we were really we really managed the Othies and Bodhies really tightly.
Yep.
And the CTGs.
Yeah, Rick, that was a really good idea, and Beth, good job on getting it put on there. I know that you can do that because we did it on the final boss on Depths as one of our tries. So we need to remember that in the future when that's the perfect use of it, because the captain's Othies are a good bit stronger. I think it's 35%, but it's a good bit stronger. So we always want that. But yeah, I think it definitely helped us for sure. Like,
And
we
I
really,
think putting Bodhies on the ads brought them down much faster.
yeah,
Yes.
it kills the ads. So
and
we didn't
because of
stack
that,
up.
that, I was able, and on top of that, because you guys did that, I was able to use break ranks. I used it 3 times in that fight. The 30% damage for 15 seconds. I was able to use that 3 times
we never
comfortably.
stacked up like a ton of ads.
No, because I never felt like I ever was getting under half health, so I felt comfortable losing 10% mits over and over because our healers were doing a good job.
Great job on the blood.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yep.
We never had to deal with that.
Yep, it was super, super good. That was a very smooth fight.
What that meant was when I got a couple of ads on me, I could just throw up a shield and keep fighting because I knew that your taunt would come up and get them.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like low health from blood, so I was able to keep doing DPS.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. Yeah, the rotations felt super smooth with our whole group. Like all 4 or 5 things we were doing. I never felt like I was desperate trying to do something.
Yeah, I think I had one ad hit me once the entire fight.
And that's when I was stunned. I apologize. I didn't have my turn the tables
that's
up.
significantly less than normal.
Yeah.
That felt good. I'm telling you, after failing that boss for 2 times, I've been looking up guides and just making sure I'm doing things right. And now, if I take one step further, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been.
Well, here's a good thing about Temple. If you beat that boss, you're gonna finish.
We have someone in our group who will
that boss
tank
really
this
should be the last
on his warden. He is a main warden player, so yes,
It
there
always
are.
seemed
There's
like
not
a
a
last
lot
boss
of
to me.
warden
That
players.
guy's pretty crazy.
I feel at end game. I've seen like 2 or 3.
If I'm not mistaken,
but some
nobody
DPS
died.
and some because they got great range DPS too.
Boss did.
Physical. And then yeah, so
Boss died, yes.
yeah, that was really
Rounded
good. Just everything you guys were doing everything so well that as the tank, like normally I feel a lot more stressed out, not in a bad way, just like I'm having to focus on lots of things to make sure I'm not. And I felt like it was so easy. It was really easy for me to keep. And by the way, guys, I didn't even use the 10% tome of defense. Like I didn't even use that. I didn't even need that. So like,
yeah,
that's great.
I did use a +5 damage just because I had one that was bound to this character, and I figured I'd go ahead and use it. Okay, we are all green. So let's go ahead. Now this room, remember, let's please don't get anybody locked outside.
And by the way, no one in our...
Please go in immediately to the left or the right.
Yes.
Either one. Do not go forward, and make sure everybody gets in the room.
Yep. Also, I'd like to point out, I don't think anyone in our group has the full raid set, right? So we did a great... We did... Well, yeah.
No, no one... Yeah, we're not... Well, actually, I think
like
we may have
damage-wise.
one person that does. Yeah, we do.
Oh, zero cool, yeah. But again, still, we had our whole kinship, and we managed our damage well. And I was also worried about the damage thing, and it was not an issue at all. So good job, guys. Our buffs, I think, were making the difference. The 3 damage buffs.
I think always when we have trouble on that, it's because we have DPS that die in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the fight.
Yeah, true.
So, Nasty Hobbit, I know you've been working on your mids, and that's the main thing, because even if you need to move around and you're not doing like perfect DPS all the time, nobody is. If you stay alive, then you get that 6 times DPS.
Yes, we definitely do. Hello,
so
Elvin. Welcome to the stream.
really to that fight.
Devin.
Oh yeah, I can tell. I have the damage tracker on, and the DPS
we are getting
is
it down
crazy with that buff.
good. I'm very happy with it. All right. Well, if we're all here, then I'll start it up.
Great job. The only thing left outside is the tea, so we can go ahead.
Yeah, I looked at that and was like, "What's that?" All right, here we go.
Don't forget to put your teacups back.
So remember, we are on Cunning.
Mr. Cunningham. It's like Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
We have a spell.
I love hearing Elrond say that.
That's named Mr. Anderson, and I love that from the hallways.
Yeah, that's
We're all
great.
saying that. Mr. Anderson.
That's funny. I just like watching Elrond in the Matrix.
He puts on a crazy face every now and then, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's similarly for Trell and I. We're big fans of the show, the Fringe, or Fringe. Sorry, it's just Fringe.
I'm gonna see TP. I'm gonna
the
see
show
TP.
Fringe. And so when we see, Denethor, we're like, what?
Yeah, Walter, he's great.
That's right.
That was an amazing show.
Oh, man.
Wasn't that great?
Look at my HP, Daniel. Look how much I have. It's great.
I don't see the Oathies debuff on.
Not on
Cunning? I don't see it either.
I thought that we had Oathies and I used CTG.
Put Bodhi's on it. Put Bodhi's on it. That makes it feel better.
Alright, let's see how much HP I can get when I use Warrior's Heart. Ready? Alright, 645,000. That's more like it. Alright, who's it next? Is it Malice or Metal? I always
Malice.
forget.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, make sure that you're using all your big stuff. Glaine's gonna give you about 10 seconds.
Alright, I will use my thingy, even though I feel like I don't even need it. But, I'm using it anyway. Here you go. I'm going to drop a 30% damage for you guys while I have this up.
Alright, here it comes, CTG.
I just love that my Guardian ability doesn't have any shared cooldowns with any of the other damage buffs. So I can just drop it whenever. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, exactly. It's like maybe they were like trying to give Guardians one thing since they like, you know, with our I feel like
Everybody
when you're
should have a
tanking,
tank.
that's what we tank, so. That's what we're good at. I'm just glad that Guardians are such good tanks again. Compared to previous expansions is my point. They're never bad, but...
What's the story with bear tanks anyway? I never see them.
They're pretty good. I've had one or two. They have lots of HP, so that's like their big bonus, and they can get their mitts up pretty high too.
They're good tanks.
They are good tanks. I've had one or two. I just think a lot of people don't want to play them tank. I think they like to do damage or the support usually.
The meta is Guardian Captain. And I think because of that, that's what you see a lot of is Guardian Captain, but I think bear tanks are really good.
Also, a lot of people who tank probably, you know,
I know
they
before
always
they
tank.
switched them to heavy armor, they used to be somewhat squishy like the Warden, but I think they fixed
Yeah,
that.
that's true. They were medium when they started, huh? I forgot about that.
I gotta say that aesthetically, at least, like I don't know where it is in the meta per se, but aesthetically, at least, I really like the.
It's
I really
cool.
like playing a brawler tank.
Oh
It's just-
yeah, they're
especially
great
because their
at single target tanking
Their
and stuff.
AoE taunt is called "Come at me." It's like come
Yeah.
at me, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, there's
exactly.
a gift out. There's about to be a gift out.
He's on my feet. He's on right here. I'll stomp on him.
Does anybody have an Oathies?
I have a 30%.
I have a Bodhi's.
There.
30 seconds.
I did my
Okay,
30%.
go ahead with the Bodhies. Let's go ahead.
All right, there we go. So then we got a 55% damage increase. Go, go, go. Do everything. What does Bodhi's look like? Is there any animation, Beth, or is it just like...
Yeah,
it
did
goes
you
like-
see it? It
That
like...
was, that was
it
the
breaks
animation
the
you just said
shell.
was cool.
Yeah, it's you break this shell around them.
Oh,
And
okay,
It's like cracking an egg.
Oh, okay,
It's called
okay,
the breaking
okay.
of Thangorodrim. So Thangorodrim was the mountain fortress of
Yes.
Morgoth and Beleriand.
Yes. All right.
I love it when I learn things while I'm raiding.
And now you know. And the wings half the battle.
I could drop another 30% damage here in 2 seconds. Mine's only a minute cooldown. There you go, 30% damage.
Dalla, if he's still alive when your Oathies are ready, you can just put him on there.
Bet. Ten seconds. It's gonna be close.
If you just want to save it for the next fight, it's fine.
There he goes. Run off, mister.
Coward.
All right, someone loot it real quick. I'll get ready for the ads.
All right, good luck, Beth.
This is it.
Did you get it?
Nobody got it.
How do you know?
So
How
little
do you know so
desert
fast?
sea.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Not a lot dropped there.
Target healing protocols.
Silver.
Rick got something he can probably use on his tune he's using, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that Hauberk I just
That
got.
is a really good healing hat,
I
whoever
believe
got
this
it.
is one of the ones I wanted, yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Nice.
Grats.
Yeah, and Kren got something as well.
Rick's
That's pretty good.
lucky day. I have that
also
one.
got
It's
a
really
good
good for
healing
healing.
item, which I will put up for roll.
I'm gonna
in a
go
little
ahead
while
and
if-
use.
if somebody is interested in it.
I'm gonna use Warrior's Heart because these guys are gonna drop a bunch of debuffs on me, and I will take way more damage. Yeah, man, look at that. They just hit. They do so much damage. See, it helps so much when you got 640,000 health. It makes it easier for the healers because then they have more time to heal.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you,
one of the biggest reasons.
There's few things that are worse than the feeling you get when you go to heal somebody else in the raid and you come back, the tank is like
the tank's just dead. Yeah.
And you're like,
that's why.
Just
yeah, I have enough experience now in the game that I was like, yeah, I'm going with the 3% health Umbar one taking. It's just gotta be better in the long run.
I've seen the ones that are the meta picks, and some people just seem to be really, really certain about what the best ones are, and there's no question about it. But I don't know.
I feel like
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I tank enough that I feel like I have enough knowledge on it to be right up there with anyone else in this game for taking.
When I was getting my when I was trying to choose which of the pocket the tokens I want for Blaine, and I went to the LOTRO Discord and then asked the other minstrels there.
Was it everyone?
I might as well have just rolled a dice.
Yeah, everyone had a different opinion.
Everybody had a different opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which one did you pick? I never looked.
Me?
Delicate, I think.
Oh, Delicate? Okay.
Yeah, the one with the I remember because we talked about it a lot back and forth. It was the one with the outgoing healing on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I should have just said that. I knew it was outgoing healing. I just didn't know it.
But you were supposed to pick the same one that Zollin was supposed to pick, the one with the 1% mitigations.
People thought that, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I don't really get that because
if I could pop a tome for 10%, I don't understand why I need that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a different way. Like, you can never replace that 3% outgoing healing if you don't choose it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you're either going to heal for 3% more all the time, or you never are because you gave up the chance to get it.
Exactly. Yep. And that's kind of what I felt like with the guard one too, because I was like, well, the thing that I struggle with on this class, when I have mitts are not a problem in this class. The problem is HP and incoming healing, right? I was like, that thing gives me a flat 3% incoming healing and 3% HP. I'm gonna take that. Also, when I did, I just.
Okay, there is a.
I cap on everything else. I agree. I think your pick was very good, Glenn, what you took.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, every guard is going to have to make their own decision. Every healer is going to have to make their own decision on things. So I really think it comes down to, the fact is all three of them are very good. So I don't think you really can go wrong with any of them.
Including one guy who said it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because like the other,
I think it does.
This other guy had full raid gear on a guard the other day, and he had the one that gave you 2% reductions in ranged and tactical damage, which is really good. I almost took that one, but I was like, unfortunately, there's so much melee physical damage when you're tanking as a tank. I just feel like it was more important to just get HP for the other one.
I keep retargeting. I have to figure out what I'm doing. Maybe I'm double clicking. I keep ending up on Rick's rock as my target. Like
you gotta
over
get rock.
Rick's over here giggling with a hack. No, just kidding.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be user error. I'm just not sure how.
Brawler's rock. Yes, Duck says Brawler's rock.
I mean, I try to put it in front of me, but I guess.
There's one more, right?
You might have been standing near me, but I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's been happening like the last... It didn't happen, thank goodness, during Boss 4, but it's happened a lot.
Maybe when you're placing your stone down, but like...
No, I don't have a stone.
Near the mobs.
He's on a mini.
Oh, that's right, you're on your mini. That's so strange.
I feel like maybe I'm double-clicking a skill that I should be single-clicking, and it's going on to the nearest target, which would be stupid. But I don't really know what else the answer is.
Like, stupid it is! Oh! Ow! There's a lot of damage I just took.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to you there, Zollin.
There's a lot of damage. They dropped... Yeah, I used Catch a Breath and healed for 400,000 health. Catch a Breath is a very good ability. Yeah, I don't know what that was. All I know is I had 600,000 health, and then I had 100,000 health, and I was like, I like this very
Well,
much.
some of these guys shred your mids, right?
Yes, and I think they put 2 of those bleeds on me, which do a lot. I probably just got an unlucky crit, too.
Yeah, debuffs will ruin your day fast in this game.
I think we're doing this just fine, though.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh.
Hey guys, look, this is what I look like now.
That is it. The door is open. Try not to go too far forward, but we will.
Guys, look at my
up here.
fancy,
We're
fancy
still
new
missing
helmet.
one person. Who are we missing in the back? We're missing somebody. Kren? Yeah, at least come in the door. We just don't want to lose you.
That would be a bummer.
And we don't mean to.
I was trying to put on my new jacket.
Let's see. Gallad, are you on your lore master? I'm looking over here. Would you mind doing the two skills over here?
I can. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't done it, and no clue what it
So
entails.
here's what you have to do. It's hard. You're gonna go stand in front of Glorfindel, and you're gonna get a skill, and you're gonna click it, and every time it's off a cooldown, you're gonna click it again.
All right. Hopefully, I can't mess that up.
I would tell you more if there was more to it, but that's it. And you have a lot of range. That's why I'm asking you to do it.
And I will purge the empty.
Now, you don't have to stand next to him the whole time. So if you click the skill and we're out of range and
You guys
need
have
to
come a
move
long way.
forward
Very nice.
to
Thank you,
attack,
Potty.
go ahead and move forward, but you have to be
Shard, I
right next to him
appreciate
to
it.
use the
Over
skill.
on Twitch.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. And if you guys are here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, and I'm talking while you guys are out and about. Hello. Okay, we're going. Here we go, guys.
Which one do we want, purple or green?
I like purple first.
Red one.
Red one. For all of those partially maybe colorblind, no. It is the
Gallad, if you
darker
get
of the
confused
two.
over there, just let me know. Did you find it? Did you find the
All
button?
right. Yep. We're good.
Okay. So just so you know, what it does is it removes all the blisters.
Yep. Nobody likes to have blisters on them. Alright guys, I am gonna
Somebody's
drop.
gotta, like,
Did
Go ahead,
someone
I'm sorry.
have an eye and didn't run away?
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys 30% damage. Did someone interrupt that? Thank you, Kren.
Are they supposed to be that close together? Or does it not
Yeah, it's
matter?
fine. I have an
It doesn't.
eye, so it's gonna drop.
It doesn't.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. The two
I have
bosses you mean?
these on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Did we use Oathies on the purple guy? No.
I just
Yes.
put those-
Okay.
It's on him.
Yeah, he's got the debuff now
Always
though.
got the defenses.
Yeah, so what we want to do is, it's no big deal, just for future reference. We'll try to let Shala go first, and you'll put it on, and then Beth can put it on the other one, and it'll spread.
Okay.
But what we'll do for now is we will, when you're able to, Shala,
Get away
you
from
can
the eye. He's draining
you can
everybody's
put
health.
Oathies on there, and then we'll CTG after that, so you guys get both of them back.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna rotate him this way a little bit. We're gonna get him out of that the puddles. You know, when the purple guy feels like coming over, he take his time. All right, guys, I'm gonna drop a 30% damage on you.
He's almost dead. Do you mind to wait for the green guy?
Yeah, you might as well, if you think. He's going down pretty fast.
Yep. I heard someone like they were knocking on my door, so I thought someone was knocking at my door. But I guess we're okay. Can you guys hear them? I thought I had it on where you should be able to hear everybody.
He's still me.
Alright, sorry. I'm here. Someone's knocking on my door. I wasn't sure what was going on. AFK tanking. Sorry.
If it's the cops, you don't have to answer it. I saw that on the internet. Can't be wrong.
You're never wrong.
Alright, 30% damage. Oh. Kill him!
Go out, boaties.
Stand fast.
Very smooth, y'all. Very smooth.
Good job. So watch out for those storm explosions.
I don't know if it's just been that long or if we get our CTGs back at this point.
I have both. I have boaties back.
Okay.
Must be a reset then, right there.
It's a reset. Yeah, it looks like it.
So we need to remember we can just use everything we got.
Alright, I'll get this one. You got that one right there, Rick? Something over there.
Get this one.
Oh. We just did 3 on 1.
There's one back at the back
Probably
here.
In the middle. Just do it in the middle.
Thanks, Grant.
Remember, it is an AoE, and it's 6
back left
meters,
corner.
so I got this one. You can hit 2 of them at once.
All right, try to get those nodules because they're gonna start causing a lot of damage. You might want to think about shields because. Okay, good job. Gallad, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side.
That's good.
So he just starts by picking a target and consuming, I guess, until... Because I should have aggro on him.
Shallow, we can go ahead and go with Othis.
Both focus.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys...
And then we'll do Bodhies as soon as we can.
There's 30% on top. Oh, nice throne you have up here. I think I'll take it. Pew! Pew! Shooting arrows. I can just imagine that I'm up here taunting him, saying, man, this is a really nice fortress. Like, this is a nice seat up here. And he's like, get off my platform. Nope, nope. I'm going to stay up here. This is my throne now.
So, Galad, you have to move a lot more during this part because there's going to be stuff dropping on you. So, you know, just so you know, from me doing that a few times, every so often blisters are going to drop, and the cooldown is longer on that skill. You probably noticed already. So, it's not a bad strategy to move away a little bit.
Okay. That's good.
So pretty much in this fight, I have 2 goals as a Guardian tank. I sit back here and roar at him with Fray the Edge, because pretty much I can have it on him all the time with no cooldown. It's a force taunt. I'm not losing aggro. And then I run around, and anyone far away from him, I build up my bolster stacks, and then I trigger my 30% damage for everybody. That's what I just kind of do. The reason you don't want to tank him close in this fight is he does a massive debuff on your defenses. And if you're not close to him, he can't do it, and he can't move.
We are going to CTG in about 10 seconds.
I'm ready to give you guys damage too. Here,
CTG.
There you go. Break ranks. Man just pointing at me over and over. Get off my throne! No, it's mine.
That's Bodhi's that's on him, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Shala, just whenever, I know it's going to be a little while, but just whenever the buff is off, you don't need to wait. Just let us know.
Hold on.
Did a lore master just have Hurricane, Nature's Fury on him too? I guess that's only
The red one, yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, I was taking so much damage right there.
10 seconds.
You know, how much damage does this guy do? I mean, can I be closer to build? I don't even know if that debuff is like the end of the world. The music in this here is epic, but I turned it way down because it's too loud.
Alright, both breakers.
Alright, I shall follow up with 30% damage. So, what does that math out? Is that 65% damage increase with our combo, Shyla? I think so. Ooh, be careful of those storms, guys. There's some massive explosion damage going on here.
Yeah, using T.
We got little
no.
Matt.
No? Oh, no.
Did you use it?
Yeah, sorry.
I heard it.
Not a big deal.
It's like a very magical sound.
The nodules are getting to the blisters, so it... Oh.
Be careful, everybody.
I was almost dead there.
Put some door on it.
Since the Captain's Oathies are better for single target, we'll use that next time we're able to.
Hey, how's it going back here, Galad?
Going, you know.
I get to go wherever I want on this place, except for the middle. It's like the Garden of Eden. Just don't pick from that tree, and I can go anywhere I want. No. I'm just kidding. Literally just can't go near that guy. I really actually don't think it's too... Alright. With breakers, I'm going to drop my 30% on top. There you go. Now, Glad, is your lore master an elf or a human? I can't tell.
Elf.
Because elf, okay. Is your brawler's a human or an elf? I forget.
Also elf.
Okay, okay. So you make your
Corruptions.
characters. I like that you make them look the same, like to an extent. I like that. It's like I can tell it's like you, just as a different class.
Lots of nodules. Lots of nodules. About to take some damage.
Oh. There's the damage. You know, the nodules can. I think we can kill some of the little ones if they pop up. Still with our thing. Oh, watch out for that plague storm right by you. Here, I'm gonna break it. Just walk away for a second. I'll break
Can
it.
someone pop a hope token?
I got to go.
All right, there you go. You should be good.
Appreciate it.
I don't know why I don't feel like I take any damage when I break them. Is that a... I don't know. I can just go around and destroy them.
I'm just trying to find my bear. I'm trying to get inside there where the healing
All right,
is.
here's 30% more damage, guys.
The one with the big butt.
Oh, never mind.
He's been in man form most of the night.
That can make it easy for you.
Watch out, there's a storm
the
right
boss.
here.
Yeah.
Behind you,
okay.
Veals. What are these bitter... Bustle Dread. It's kind of terrifying. Alright, there is 30% more damage. I like how you guys can figure out where I am just by the way he's looking. He's like, he's over there! Get off my throne! Oh, watch out, this one's gonna explode right here.
Got some stuff.
Yeah, your hope thing can still get rid of the little ones.
Look at all these nodules.
What size corruption? Okay, good job.
And if we let...
a lot of nodules. There's so
Yeah,
many.
there's a lot of them. Be careful, guys.
It's like, you know, you go downstairs, turn a light on in the bathroom,
you're using
and
your
all
heels.
the fish are everywhere.
Using your heals.
Shield walling Rick.
It's coming up.
Okay.
Don't know why I can't shield wall Rick. It says Rick is an invalid target.
Both breakers.
Never. Oh, you're in the other group. That's why. I thought you could shield wall anyone in the raid. Alright, I'm coming in. Alright, 30% damage.
Okay, so yeah, Gallad, you don't have that skill anymore.
Yeah, it disappeared a while before anyway.
Oh, did you die?
Well, I did die, but before I died.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you do lose it.
Yeah.
Can somebody get a hope token for stop?
We're about to win,
I got
though.
myself, so thank you.
That's why I'm over here being a troll and standing and getting all the debuffs. How high can we
I have
stack it?
CTG back up. Anybody, if you got big skills, go ahead and use them.
Alright, I used mine. Major corruptions. Get them off there.
Okay, there's CTG. So your skills should be back up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
10 seconds. Oh. Never mind.
Oh, ouch.
All right, great job, everybody.
Died again.
Yeah.
For sure, I'm gonna get this signet. For sure.
Oh yeah.
So all
We're
the
gonna-
nodules are getting to the fumarole things. We took so much damage that run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, good. I'm glad you can hear me.
I got
Alright.
a cold iron token.
Oh,
I saw that. I
Exactly
saw
what I
that.
was.
I saw that little thing popping up, and I was
Congrats.
like, "Oh, it's gonna be it."
Hey, congratulations.
congrats. Wow, wait, that serpent scale thing is cool,
I
Kren.
got a signet.
Wow.
And a navigator's guide.
Navigator's Guide
Oh,
too, yeah.
nice. Congrats.
So I just have a question
Wait,
for anybody
somebody,
else.
Bell got the tank earring.
Tremendous amount of damage. I wasn't having any trouble healing anybody else, but I was taking a lot more damage than I have any other time we've done this battle. Was that happening to anybody else?
Yeah, everybody was taking a massive amount of damage. It was the nodules.
So normally we have a lot of AoE damage. This time we did not. And normally there's a couple nodules that make it past, but there was like 6 or 7 or 8 nodules just going towards the blisters, and every time they do damage to everybody around them.
Beth, you got the earring that I need.
I almost died a lot.
AoE damage.
You got the cracked up. Beth got the cracked up earring, you guys.
Hey, congratulations, Beth.
That's the set bonus.
Nasty Hobbit got the thorn cuff. That's amazing too. It's not as rare as a crackle open earring, but it is amazing.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Oh, I guess I did.
You did. That's the tank earring.
Zollin, do you have the ring of the ice?
No, I have the ring. Yes, I have the other thing for it. I have the ice diamond ring to go with it.
Because Zollin's getting a set too.
Yeah.
If Beth is okay with that, I'm very, very excited. But if you want it, Beth,
be tanking. Beth might start tanking.
It could go on my champion. I do have a guardian. I don't know if I'm going to play her or not, though.
Okay. Well,
Beth is leaving me. Beth is leaving me in suspense.
You're not going to, because he already has the other piece.
It's the last piece I need, and I have every jewelry piece in the hole that I need.
I better start getting some zircons. Is all I gotta say.
I'm giving you my zircon. Next one I get, I'm not gonna give it my alt. I'm giving it to you.
Well, get over here. Stop bouncing around.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we got some good stuff out of there. That earring is a rare drop.
Now I don't even need the signet because you got that. That's a really rare drop.
It's a rare drop. That thorn cuff is a rare drop.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Really good. A couple people got jets. I mean, that's not nothing.
Oh shoot, I'd be happy with the jet.
I would too. I would like another jet. I do have
Shala
one.
got the signet. That's a big deal.
Here,
I'm not
Beth,
jealous at all. Good,
I'm gonna.
Good on you, Shala.
I would like to
I'm
give
glad you're
Beth.
the one that got it.
Beth, I would like to give you a jet out of your kindness. Let me give you this jet that I have. Here, Beth, since you gave me the earring, I owe you still, but here's a jet in trade.
Great job, y'all.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Great job, everybody. We did.
That's
We
awesome.
did really well. And thanks to Zero Cool for joining us right out of the stream chat. Just right out. I just messaged him in the YouTube. Said, hey, you want to come play with us? So
That's the
that
best way
was
to do it.
absolutely crazy stuff.
Now,
Thanks for joining us.
Join the Ken or not?
Yeah, seriously.
he didn't come here to be pressured. He's got a level 6. Got a level 6
raid. He was ready
Hey
for
guys,
pressure.
I think I have some people waiting on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop out. I appreciate everybody showing up. It was really great. Everybody
That was
did
super
great.
fun.
Yeah.
And y'all have a good night.
Me and Rick just
Good night, everybody.
got
Take
super
care.
upgrades.
Thank you, Daniel.
Wow. We got some insane drops tonight.
Yeah, it was a good night.
That was a good run.
Finally beat it, man. I've been trying to do that for weeks now.
Yes.
Nice, congrats.
Congrats. All right, so I now have the set for both these jewelry.
You got your tank set, and don't you already have your LM1?
I have, yes, I have the earring. I have 2 for this, so okay. So let me. I will
got
show
everything
you.
now.
Yes.
Hey, I'm
except
so
for the
sorry, I
gold
forgot.
jewelry.
Did somebody
but,
want
yes.
this circlet of the desert sea? I can put it in Kinship.
Oh, yes, the healing thing.
Yeah, I thought that you wanted it, and I couldn't remember for sure.
Really
but I
good.
thought it was you.
Yeah. For my reach.
Didn't nobody wanted a ritual bangle? I'm assuming not, but nobody wanted that, right? In our group.
I have no idea.
It's it's this. If you want it, I'll put it in raid chat. Oh, you're not in raid
I'm
chat.
in the Bree skirmish camp, Shala.
Okay, but does Rick want to roll for it or
that one?
Rick, if you would like to roll for it, we can roll. Here, I'll put it in. Because Rick may have wanted it. I'm trying to remember. Circlet of the Desert Sea.
We did get some very good drops.
I'm gonna pass on that.
All right, guys. So everyone watching the stream. So here's what I've got set up.
give
So
that to
technically, there's
Shiloh.
one last piece of
I don't
jewelry.
really think, even as a Blue Mariner, that would be very helpful.
So when it comes to my tank, you guys, there is only one piece of jewelry left that I really need, and it's the heavy opal gold ring. That's the last one, and that'll have all 3 jewelry sets for tanks. Thank you to Beth for giving me the opal earring. I've been wanting that for 2 months. I'm so excited. It gives me a really, really good benefit.
You have a good night.
Good night. See ya. So whenever I take damage, Beth, as a tank, I get a 5% chance to proc a 5% of my max morale heal. That's a 9-second cooldown. And it also gives me frost and fire mitigations, which is cool against the fire damage in that place.
I gotta eat. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. See ya.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I'm out too. Thanks, gang. That was awesome. Take care.
Great job, guys. Good night. I'll be around. I'm gonna chill with the stream here for about 10 minutes, then I'll finish. So, thanks, guys. All right, guys. So, I'm so excited right now. That was so kind of Beth to give me the opal earring. I couldn't even believe when she got it. I was just like, you can see my face. I was like, ah! Obviously, if she wanted to keep it, she wanted to keep it. But that's why I gave her a jet, because that was really nice for her to give me that. Now, obviously, her 2 or 3 mains that she plays aren't tanks, but it's a really good item. So, this is going to help tremendously for me tanking things. So pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to lose some vitality when I switch it out with the Lord's Earring, and I'm going to lose incoming healing rating. But I'm going to gain tactical mitigation. I'm going to gain health. And I'm going to gain will, which is going to also increase my tactical mitigation, my finesse, and my physical mitigation. And I also get some crit defense on top of that. And then I also get the bonus benefit because I already have the ring, which is this ring, which procs every 5% chance to proc, you get a 5% extra morale heal with a 9-second cooldown. So it's going to proc quite often, but basically every 9 seconds. And because of this that I got, I have more max health, so that proc is more powerful. And I also already have this combo set from the other day, which gives me threat. And in the future, I hope to be able to get, I'm really excited about that, to finish up the this set, and I just need the heavy opal ring, the gold one. It'll make my crit chance on my shield blow ability have a chance to reset that, which is like the one nerf slowdown for the Guardian. So having that be able to be reset occasionally, and it also gives a 20% chance more to crit, helps tremendously. But then I have 2 raid pieces, and the raid pieces skills from the gear give you your shield skills restore 1% of your maximum morale. So you see how these all work together, right? Now, if I get 4 pieces, I also get extra max health with my bolster stacks. So anyway, you can see why the scaling, that's one of the reasons why, in my mind, after I did all my studying and things, that I went with having the 3% max morale and incoming healing. Because I also knew when I got this earring that Beth just gave me, I would lose a lot of incoming healing from this Risen Lord's earring. So now what I need to do is I need to look at my stats and kind of like re-examine them. So I'll just talk out loud and examine them on stream for a second until I finish up. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you being here. But let me just give you kind of my thought pattern as I do this, okay? So the first things first is what I'll do is I'll just right-click and kind of see what switches around. I kind of know what's going to switch around. My tactical mastery is going to go up when I put this on, and it does a lot. And, oh, excuse me, I switched the wrong one. Let's try this again. Let's put that there. Let's equip this one, and then we'll switch this one. Okay. Yes. All right. So yes, my tactical mastery went up. My incoming healing went down quite a bit. Right, it goes down about 10,000, which is about what is that? It's about 1.6% incoming. Not huge, so that's not really a huge difference. 1.6 is not going to make or break things. for incoming healing. 100,000 is pretty good. I could have it higher. The max is 150, but that's pretty good. My finesse is still 70,000 putting this on, which is awesome because I just took off this one that had a finesse essence, which means I could drop the finesse essence right back on to the new one to have a little more, or 70,000 is about where I want it. Now, granted, I do have food buffs on right now, so I have to remember that. I have a little bit extra. But the big thing is this gives 1,400 will. And will gives you... I sound like I'm making a joke about like a Magic the Gathering card game where you just infinitely win a circle. That's what I feel like right now. You guys all get... Some of you probably get that joke. But that's what I feel like. It's just like an infinite win cycle. But the will then gives me tactical, physical mitigation, resistance rating, and finesse, which all went up. So that's what also bumped up my tactical. Plus, it actually increased my base tactical by like 4,000, almost 4,000 compared to the earring I had on. And my crit defense went up a little bit. Now, crit defense is kind of like icing on top. It's important to an extent, but it's not really the main stat you want in the meta. But it's still good to have some. So that's good. And then it also made my HP went up. So if you notice right now with only, so I have the motivation buff and I have my 5% from the restoration buff that I have. So I have almost 400,000 health now with that. That's pretty cool. I'm getting pretty close. Now what I could do at this point is I could, instead of dropping that finesse back on, I could just drop in a vitality essence and just pop up to that 400,000 health just to have fun with it. I feel like I'm actually overkill right now when it comes to my tactical mitigation. Tier 3, you need 180,000 of both. Okay, so now one of my buffs just dropped, and you can see it, my buffs actually slightly went down. But again, when I'm in the oh, I see the tomes fell off. The tomes give you 8,000-ish. The scrolls. It's about 8,000. What is that? 8,190. They give you tack and physical mitigation. So you got to keep that in mind. Now it's good to be a little bit over the cap of 180 if you're doing something over tier 3. But again, if I'm doing tier 1 or 2 stuff, it's overkill. But I do want to be set up for tier 3. I want to be able to run instances and raids at tier 3. So my goal is to have over that. Now, I'm at 178,000 right now. If I use my Guardian's Ward, that'll give me another 5,000 on top of it, too. So with scrolls and that, I'm at like 193,000 or something like that. Tactical Mastery. I'm too high. That's just too high. It's a little bit overkill, even in tier 3. You do want to pump it up higher if you're doing 4 and 5 tier things. But I'll get there to that point. That'll automatically come up as I get the other raid chest piece, shoulders, that kind of stuff. That's already going to bump that up. So in this time, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a vitality essence in here, or I could do like an evade. So right now I'm pretty much maxed out now. Let's see, my parry dropped slightly and my evade because I lost some might. That's the only thing. I lost 1,400 might and I gained 1,400 will. So that kind of dropped down my parry by a little bit. But how much is a little bit? Let's see. 13.5 parry versus 13.3. Okay. 0.02%. That's really not worth dropping in, having to get that up. I have my evade slightly up because this ring gives me some evade, and I also dropped in some evade on one of these just because I was like, what the heck, I'll get some evade stats. But I think I'm at the point where I can... Usually the vitality essences are a trap. Usually you do not want to use them. But end game, when you've stacked out on all your main stats as a tank, so for me, my physical is maxed, my tactical mastery are maxed, my block is maxed, my parry is pretty much almost maxed, but the essences don't really give you a whole lot more. It's like 0.5s with the best essences, so it's kind of like, it's good, but yeah. And my evade I put up a little bit because I dropped the one essence in there. I might take that out later, we'll see. My crit rating always going up could be a little helpful to get my bolster stacks up. Finesse is good. I like 70,000 finesse. That's great. I'm happy with that for tier 1 and 2. Tier 3, I might need to bump that up by like 5,000, but I could switch some. Again, when I get the higher raid gear in the future, I'll have that. So since I'm not doing that yet, I think I'm going to just go over some vitality. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up, I don't want to use up, where's my essence box? Where's my carry-all? Hold on. I lost my essence. Where is it? Did I leave it on one of my alts? No, where did it go? I must have left it on an alt. It's annoying. I might have to go check my alt real fast. All right. I do not want to use one of these to pull out an essence. It's not worth it. You know what I can do? I'll buy a basic box with some coins at the Bloody Eagle Inn real fast to get it. I don't want to get on my alt. I just want to finish. So I'm just going to drop a thing in there. So now that I have the combos, I'm really excited. So with motivation and the 5% buff that I can always use from the store thing, I have a bunch of them in my shared storage. I will always have 400,000 HP now, which is very, very good. Especially when now I have the buff that will trigger a heal every time. I think, wait, who's it? Is it this guy that does it? Yeah, this guy. This guy has a basic essence box if you have Barks of Renewal from Gondor. There it is. All right, we'll use that. It's a really cheap version, but it gives the same vitality always. Again, these vitalities are kind of a trap normally. I warn you, as a new player, you can watch my guides on things. You shouldn't use these early. You should be using your tactical mitigation ones, physical mitigation ones, maybe crit essences. Those are the ones you want to look for early as a new player with a newer character and lower gear. But since I'm at the point I'm hitting max on all my stats, at this point I could put cherries on top, right? I could just buff up whatever I want. In this case, I want to buff up my HP. I could buff up my evade, but it's only going to give me like 0.3% evade. So I'd rather have an extra like 2,000 HP. So, which, there we go, 400,000 health. Very exciting. But again, I'm going to go ahead right now. I could pull off my tactical mitigations here and put some vitality essences there too. Because again, those kind of can be made up for with just my Guardian's Ward or like a minstrel buff in raids. But I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to leave everything how it is. And then later as I get other pieces of the gear, I might move around some of my essences. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm like, this is the coolest. I got so much stuff in the last week and a half with gear. I was able to get the raid set last week, and then I just was able to turn this in today, get my super helmet. Beth gave me the cracked opal earring, which I've been wanting so bad. That's so exciting. I Flaming Zircon I caught like a month ago, but then I got this the other day, which is the combo to that. And then I got the Zircon when we did Tier 3 Dragon the other day, and I got the Sturdy Token. So I'm in a good spot. It's yeah, what is the multi-piece set bonus for the Guardian, the tanking set? So the first 2 pieces gives you shield skills, restore 1% of your max health. The 4-piece set gives you your max morale increases for each tier of fortification you have. So at 1 stack you get 6,000 more health. At 2 you get 12,000. 3 you get 18. 4 you get 24, and 5 you get 30,000. So, and that's the things I talked about that give you the mitigation buffs from your class, and then you can cash them out. So if you cash them out, I'll also lose that HP temporarily, but as I stack those up, my max HP will go up when I have that set. Also, the very end says your shield skills reduce the active cooldowns of Pledge by 1 second. While Pledge is active, shield skills restore 5% of your max health. You see how there's like 3 or 4 combos going on with max health? So, it's very good. Your Pledge, by the way, is Guardian's Pledge. So when this is on, your shield skills will heal you. And when this is on cooldown, your shield skills will reduce the cooldown of this by 1 second every time you use one. Which is great when it's only 1 minute and 54 seconds. You know, I could probably shave off 35 seconds off that in between the cooldown. So, yeah. Anyway, that's how that kind of works. So, I thought I'd go totally nerdy and information on you here. It looks like I also hit... See, this is one of my only characters that I have almost every single trait max because he's my main. So, I think my Lore Master has pretty close too, but it's hard to get all of them maxed like that. I wouldn't recommend it. Just make sure you get your main 5 to max. That's what you really need, whatever you like to use. Highly, Tolerance and Fidelity are great. The tactical mitigation they give, great ones to use. There's a couple other ones too. I have a video on that if you need it. Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff indeed. Now, if you notice, my health just dropped because I lost the 10% motivation buff, but I still have my 5% from this. So, but that is okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and real quick for fun here, just see some of the shield abilities. So, if you notice that, when he hits me, he will proc the occasional... My shield skills will heal me too. occasionally, but I will also proc the 9% heal if he hits me. Now, the snowman doesn't always hit back very good. Oh, there. I got it. Did you see that? I healed 12,000. So that was from the Opal Earring. So when incoming attacks, because he does hit back, the snowman, a little bit, it procced a 5% heal, which in that case was 12,000. And my shield skills, they will proc heals from, that is again from my gear, my 2-piece gear from the raid set. They're the 1% heal. So they're giving me about 5,500 occasionally. See how they give me a little heal there every time I use them? Notice, see? Every shield skill is going to heal me that 5,000. That 11,000, 12,000 you just saw right there, that is the Opal Earring giving me that proc. So, pretty cool. And then again, I do have this other one that gives me 10% threat, shadow mitigation, and 5% run speed all the time, which is kind of cool. So I'm in a very good spot. The moment I get 2 more of the raid pieces, and the moment I get the other ring, which is the gold ring, it gives my shield blow this ability, the 20% chance to crit, and if it crits, it resets it. That will help me tremendously with building my stacks far quicker, and not just that, but getting heals off with my shields, right? And those stacks right here, these bolster stacks, improved fortification, those are the things that stack my mitigations that I can cash out for damage or other defenses for my team. But I don't always want to. But just depending on the situation, those are the ones that will stack up later if I have 4 pieces of the actual raid set gear, will trigger those extra HP. So like right now with 5 stacks, I would have 30,000 health on top of this. And of course the raid gear is already going to increase my HP because like as you can see, this helmet gives an absurd amount of, look at that vitality. Almost 2,600 vitality, right? It's crazy how much stats they give you. Also, hopefully in the future I can get that gold shield. There's a gold shield, the best shield in the game. This one's probably the second best shield in the game for heavy tanks, but there's a gold shield that gives like, this gives 1,900. It gives like 2,800 vitality. It's like another 1,000. It also gives like 6,000 flat max health. So it's crazy. So those are higher tier things to win, but we'll get there. And slowly we'll get there for everyone to have gear. But I appreciate it that Beth gave me the Opal Earring because obviously I'm there tanking for most things to get other people gear too, in our whole group. So it's nice that a lot of times in raiding, you need your tank has to have like some of the best gear because that's like the person getting hit by all the damage. So like that person has to have like the best HP and the best mitigations. Where like a lot of times with DPS, you need to have good gear to do DPS for certain fights, as we talked about today. But usually you can get by a little easier if they don't have the best stuff. And like healers, you also want them to have pretty darn good stuff, so they're making sure people don't die, right? Those are kind of like again, they're all pillars, right? Everything's pillars. Support, heal, DPS, and tanks. They're all pillars of how the game works. So that all matters tremendously on how you set stuff up. So I don't want to belittle the fact that supports and DPS still need to have good gear. And at a certain point, it doesn't matter how tanky your tank is or how good your healers are. If you don't have the damage to beat something in a certain time frame from some fights, you're done. You just lose, right? So DPS are very important too. And again, support classes like Lore Masters, Yellow Lore Master, Yellow Bear, Yellow Burglar, those are very, very important too. They're crucial in most higher tier rating and stuff like that. But all right. Anyway, thanks for listening. The 25 of you here. I appreciate it. Have a great day in Middle Earth. You have any questions for me? I'll see you on the next ones. I'll see you tomorrow if you want to come check out the server-wide event we will be doing at Minas Tirith. I did not plan this. I was invited to it. I appreciate it. Give credit real quick before I forget. Dyslexia, and she's an organizer. That's her character's name and an account name. And also My Angel. Let me see if I say this correctly. I read her name yesterday, but you guys all know how I so quickly can forget names. I'm good with voices and conversations and faces, but I don't always. That's why when you guys have logos, like pictures, it really helps me out. Because I don't forget those things. Angel Wings. That's also one of the main people who are setting that up. So thank you to them, and we'll have a fun day tomorrow. That'll be more of a social fun thing. Beth and the Tortoise Group are going to be doing one of the events for 15 minutes. Elrond says, so that'll be fun. And I will be following all the different people who are going to host events. There's many kinship leaders and content creators and event organizers that are doing things. So should be a lot of fun. It takes a long time to max virtues. Fun little side thing, if you are a crafter and you get to Umbar, the weekly crafting thing, when you finish 5 of the weeklies and it finishes that one that gives you the lucky stones, it gives you like 2,000 virtue experience. So whoever your like main character is, you probably want to have 1 or 2 crafting things on there just to do that daily thing, because it really helps you build up your virtue experience. Or you can go buy that Valor boost thing. I think it's the 105 Valor boost. And the thing gives you a bunch. You can send to anyone on your account. But you have to buy it on someone who's level 50 to 105. And it's called the one, it's the cheaper one. It's the one that's 3,500 LOTR points, not the one that's 6,000. It's called the upgrade something, Anarian upgrade something Valor boost. I linked it for you guys in my video about that. But that's another way you can get virtue quick if you want to spend some money, support the game, and get it faster. But there's ways to do it, though, by just playing free-to-play. So, good one is the crafting. And then doing tasks, daily tasks. That's another good one. All right, guys. Have a great day in Middle-earth. I had a blast. That was super fun. It's really exciting that Rick got some good gear. I got amazing gear. We all got amazing gear. Rick got his set finished. I got my set finished. I got my helmet upgraded to the raid helmet. It's just so exciting. And then I think 3 or 4 other people got some really good stuff too. And that was really fun. It was very good. And I was very impressed with how we handled that 4th boss. That was just, it was pretty much flawless. We had no one die. It didn't look like anyone was struggling. Our timing on things was good. It was really good. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day in Middle-earth and stay happy, my friends. See you soon.